Hey guys, hey YouTube, this is Charlie T, and I'm here for the... okay, my bad. Alright, let's do it though. Season May 13th, so it's tomorrow, confirmed. Hardcore Seasonal. Coral Divide, we knew. Capture the Flag. 7 Artifacts, Weekly Boss. Major Combat Refinements. Thanks, Ariara. Okay, Capture the Flag. We know about this. Oh, new arena map. Almost forgot about that. Bare Bones. This is only, oh, is this permanent? So Bare Bones, Coral Divide drops. We already knew that. The following updates. Updated gates provide special interrupt points. One repair, that means you can like bust through. Look at this. They're adding rubber band or rebound. So losing teams have a... No way! Each player now starts with 50 A's off. So everyone's gonna be fast. Decrease time to set fuse for kegs. Bulwarks just pop out now. That's actually huge. Players respawning waves? Oh my god, look at this. Now starts when leaving the base. 10 seconds, so you can't reach mid. Added a new option to display raid UI. Oh, so maybe for healers. But imagine having like 20 buttons keybound. Oh, okay, they have added something. New buildable. They have added changes to the old map. This is what they're saying here. Okay. Our PvP modes now rotate hourly? Hourly. What do we think? Do we fuck with hourly or nah? That sounds weird, no? That sounds weird, but okay. Seasonal server. Streamlined leveling process, love that. Don't have to do MSQ for your thing. Or there's like a really shortened one. Beautiful. Other crafting progression. Streamlined, beautiful. We want to get to the seasonal part, you know, not play the whole game again. Oh. So basically, don't die if you want to get your season track done. Obviously, though, that's the point of a hardcore world. Ooh. Damn, 3 sets? And then the last one is like a little achievement. Sounds good. Sounds good. Special custom materials for main servers. Beautiful. Tier 3. Beautiful. I mean, this is kind of huge because I don't have them yet, but I suppose most people already have them. Alright. We already saw this, so I'm gonna skip this shit. 10,000 marks per? That's kind of steep. That's kind of steep. But you can do like your whole character again. I guess they don't want you to just change like hourly, but that's kind of steep. Okay, world bosses. You get 1 guaranteed 725. So I guess it's worth to do once a day. Yeah, the skins. These are the season pass skins. I like this guy. There is one barbershop token on the free track, yeah. But still, 10k afterwards is rough. Okay, we already saw artifact. Combat! Okay. I mean, we already went through the potions, so... Target lock. Okay, we already went through this. 2 new gem types and multiple combat perks debut. This is what we're talking about. Jade for disease and turquoise for armor pen. So that's like a heavy nerf. New weapon and armor perks provide great ways to chain attacks, survive conditions, and enhance movement. So the Jade Gem. Basic attacks inflict a stack of disease, 2.5. Max 10 stacks. It's on a 3-second though, which is currently the same as Pestilence. And Pestilence does not work very well because of Desert Sunrise. So this might be shit on release. So this is if it's in the weapon. If it's in the armor, it's helping disease. So maybe healers will wanna, instead of going flat damage reduction, minus disease. But you know, they got it's a trade-off. This sounds really OP, not gonna lie. Turquoise gem, just straight 12% armor pen. No conditions. That might be a favorite. Especially if you don't want to... Well, this one's for weapons, so you will only have one of those. Physical and armor perk per armor. Ooh, so that's kind of good for heavy too. I mean, it's like buffs and nerfs. Ooh, attack perks. Attacks inflict a stack of rend. Damn! Just straight rend? 5 stacks, so 20% rend. This sounds really good on like hatchet. Because you gotta stack it up, so you want fast hitting stuff. Hitting with a bit will increase the base damage of the next build in 5 seconds by 10%. Ooh. Oh, only melee weapons. Wait. What does this mean? Found on main hand weapons. What does that mean? Yeah, this sounds way better on ranged, but like... I mean, for example, Greatsword, this sounds good on. Maybe Spear too. Oh, no shield. I don't know. While health is below 50%, gain 20% stamina range, while stamina is below 50%. Actually, for one perk, this sounds pretty good. Or we're just having it on one. Keep in mind, it's only on chest pieces. So that actually sounds fairly decent. I think this will be a pickup for everybody. Hardcore parkour. Triggering a traversal. So traversal means probably pressing space. So jumping maybe might just do it, or maybe have to do a climbing. Oh, look at this! That's cool. I don't think anyone will play it, maybe. I do love that though. Just because it's like funny. Armor perks now. Ooh, this is crazy. Increase the potency. So potency just means like strength, not duration. And currently, most stuff like this has just been duration based. 3%, 4% from life stealing. Back up to 3. This is probably why they wanted to nerf Gracious Blade early. Yeah, more haste, I don't know about that though. Yeah, I think this only targeting burns is quite weird. If it didn't, it might have seen some plays. But it does only target burn. I don't think Exhaust is Grey Bar. Exhaust is the lightning effect, which reduces stun recovery. So this won't be good, because there's not that many of those out. But I can see this getting played on certain builds. Sword and Shield Hatchet, of course. Okay, we already saw this. Spectator Cam. Mutated Expedition Reward adjustments. Reduce, okay. So you don't have to do the raid and muta. I don't know what these mean because I haven't done an M3 yet. But look, combo rewards box 1725 and then maybe more. So if it can drop 725, it means it's like kind of relevant. Yeah, S8 drops on the 13th, which is tomorrow. They also, I guess, made the perks way better, so you'll have a higher chance of rolling good stuff. Oh, okay, that scared me. This is just for PvE. This is just for PvE. Buff, 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 buff. Ooh, this one did some additional for fire stuff. I guess this just counts as a nerf. Wait. Okay. So these are all these are gonna be buffed back to the same in PvP, except for Blunderbuss and fire stuff, which are getting a bit extra nerfs. So BB got nerfed, I guess, damage-wise. This sounds important though. So bow and musket, this is gonna apply to PvP too. Bow and musket gotta be closer, 30 meter, 40 meter. And then I don't play musket, but this sounds like a buff. If you take that perk. 100 con ATB, which means what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, attribute point bonus? Oh, attribute tier bonus. Okay, so you only get 5% extra health. Bitter, become encumbered. Yeah, okay, so that just got a bit of a nerf. Anything important here? I'll do this one quickly. Oh, I don't know what this means, but... Oh, this one's important. This one, ability cooldowns. If you play like high cooldown... I noticed this on Spear a lot. Your abilities are actually up, but it doesn't say it. So this one, if they do it good, this one's pretty big. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so Malachite buffed, which Malachite's the one where if they're CC'd, extra damage. Onyx buffed. They're buffing Slash people? Why? So I guess Moonstone's got nerfed randomly. Okay, why? Oh look, fix the... So Marty, this one's for you. Shield pivots could remain active without a compatible weapon. Hopefully that's fixed for real. Oh, this is huge. This is actually huge. Maybe the worm chest is sought after now. So it got 50% increased power. What's that? Like a 60% duration buff. And a cooldown buff, 30%. So altogether, this is probably a fairly good piece. Hello, Badaboom, hello, Shredder, hello, Ares. Fractured Rends. Didn't know about that one. That one's when you gotta break the block, which is kind of hard to do. Right? Trenchant Rend? Wait, increase max duration from 12 to 14? I don't know what that means. That's not a duration. Reduce the power of Grit Ward? Was people even using Grit Ward? Alright, Grit Ward nerf. Disdained. So this is when, if you hit people with Disdained, it increases dot timers. So that is what this is. 10% haste while exhausted to Desperate in Power. Okay, this is not even released and they're already updating it. Oh, so Mortal Lifesteal getting a little bit of extra stuff. I don't think it'll be good anyway. Same with all these mortal ones. So I'm kind of gonna skip these. Wait, what's this though? I don't know why this is under Mortal Refreshment, but slightly reduce the amount of heart rune charge players get from perks and artifact dot ticks. This could be huge. Because Void Bladers and Fire Staffers and like Ice Gauntlets get fat heart rune charge. Vigor buffed. Probably still won't get played, maybe. Stam recovery nerfed again. I already don't play it. So. A disdained fix. Leeching Flurry nerfed. Poison Shot buffed. Skewer nerfed. Cyclone only nerfed on the weapon, but I still think this is crazy strong, and it was underused, so I'm surprised they got this without people using it, really. Ooh. Okay, Rain of Arrows, I think, is already OP, because you can aim lock it. And it's getting extra damage, so bow buffs, if you like Rain of Arrows. Oh my god, look at this Flourish one. Guaranteed crit. That is huge for this, actually. Genuinely huge. That's huge. If you play bleed build. It's still gonna suck, but like... And then Voracious Blade got a 7% nerf on armor, 11 on weapon. Oh, what is this? Serenity down bad. Well, this is perks nerf. We haven't got to the actual Void Blade bit yet, so this is just the Voracious Blade bit. So Frigid Dawn, and these are the medium worm boots, which I just got. They're still gonna be strong though, because if you just like, if you consider these two perks to be the same strength, it's like getting 100%, right? So let's just say you're only getting like an 85%. It's still gonna be good if you have them. Maybe Frigid Dawn you might want to start dropping for 725 gear if you're playing heavy stuff, right? Maybe. Why nerf? Well, they are really strong. Like, I don't know. They probably just want people to try get other gear. I don't like this though, because okay, if they nerf Serenity and Venom, but in turn buff Spear and Greatsword in other ways, then I like this. But individually, I don't like this because they're already weak. So we'll have to see about that. Consumables with shared cooldowns. I don't know what this means. 80% of their base. Alright, someone explain that to me because I don't know what it means. Sounds good though. Ooh, Serum's buffed. Serum's buffed, but their cooldown is now 40. Do I have a Serum in my bags? Serums are currently 30-second cooldown, 20-second duration. I don't know if this is a buff actually. Have to see on that one. Consumables. Desert Sunrise got buffed? This... Okay, how do they expect 3-second dot things to work when Serum is 25% off already? Okay, Health Pot has a 25-second CD, Serum has a 30. Oh. So wait, won't your pots be desynced then? So your survival pots can come off cooldowns at different times, but also go on cooldown when you press another one? So let's just, what happens if I press Serum first, then I press Health Pot? What is happening to my second Serum cooldown? You know what I mean? Anyway, someone else can figure that out. Okay. Okay, the wall got nerfed again. Let's go. Butcher also got nerfed. What do we think about that? Who's using Survivor's Coat? Also got nerfed. Sorry for my survival coat, homies. Oh. Players can no longer slot conversion gems into Inferno. So instead of fixing Inferno, they just removed the ability to convert it. That's kind of based, you know? That's kind of based. Burninado's not playing with heavy. I don't know what these mean, but what do these mean? Heavy burden, shrapnel shot, Dark Ascent. Oh, Dark Ascent buffed. I love this, by the way. If you're doing Void empowers, Dark Ascent is Void damage. Good for those builds. Devour is Worm. So it's getting Grit. Oh, Monkey Mode buffed. I mean, 15% damage buff's kind of good. You gotta remember, this scales off just heart rune damage. And then like weights and stuff, but it's not attribute based. So this heart rune fits tanks very well. So maybe we see a monkey tanky meta from that, because 15% damage buff is big. Okay, weapons, Rapier. Omni Evade, nerfed. This is Empower. So the Empower when you use Invade went from 20 to 14. This is in the tree. And Momentum got nerfed. This sucks because, like, Rapier in PvP is not good. And they're nerfing it for PvE. So all the PvP Rapier people are very sad. Sword and Shield basically looks like it didn't get touched, which is pissing me off. I don't even know what this is. And they buffed Leaping Strike, swear down. Like, I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad right now. Okay, these don't matter. Flail. Okay. Shorten haste duration. Ooh, so this might be like bursty haste. Cool. They did no nerfs and buffs really here. I mean, well, we get to this bit. Okay. So, all they nerfed was how far the heavy attack goes on Void Blade. That's it. Well, and the Voracious Blade nerf, but they also added Voracious Blade... Oh, not Voracious Blade perks. They also added Lifesteal perks. So that could maybe be counted as a side grade, depending on like how it works out. So that's all they got. That's not too bad. Fire Staff by 3%. Love that. Great Sword got nothing crazy. And maybe there's some unannounced changes. I don't know what this means. Oh, they fixed LOS bugging. So if you tagged someone and then pressed your keybind for someone out of LOS, they got a heal. And this is heavily abused actually, so this is quite important. This line. Okay, I don't think this matters, but anyway. Yeah, Void Blade might be good okay still. Ooh, you can access it from a different direction now to repair, so you don't block the door anymore. They finally fixed the floating grass. That doesn't... Okay, they specified here only OPR kegs, but still this is kind of cool because I like kegs, so they don't take 10 years to light anymore. We saw these earlier. Repeaters got a 360 view. Okay. Oh, if the brute retreats now, it no longer gets full health. That's huge. This one's huge because brutes would follow me forever. So brutes are gonna be a little bit more chill. I don't know what that means. Okay. Desert a penalty. 30k timer. Yeah, okay. The game modes with maps are on an hourly swapping. You guys, I don't know about that. Emp cleave fix? I did not read anything about an emp cleave fix or a Pendium powered fix. So, alright, Wills and Quests, I'm just gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this one too. I'm gonna look at the worm one though really quick. Okay, looks fine. Economy and progression. Let me just do a... Oh. All weapon skill perks now also a possible roll on loot items from all locations. Their perk items have been added to... Night Veil? Ench Ward got added. So maybe the seasonal patterns now might be a bit more enticing. Ooh, they removed useless perks from Gorgon and Worm gear. So those Gorgon and Worm gear should have a higher chance of rolling Biss. I don't think any of these matter. I'll just try go through this hella quick. Updated War Scoreboard to allow sorting by assists in addition to kills. What does that mean? Didn't we already have that? Anyway. Gonna have to do stam up? Wait, I didn't read that bit. Okay. DX12 upgrades. Oh, DX12? DX12 is now gonna be the standard. So get used to that. DLSS added for all you NVIDIA graphics card users. But it already had FSR, so you can't complain. That's it. That is it. How do we feel about that, fellas? The buffs and nerfs were not what I was expecting. Basically nothing. But... so what am I gonna play? That is the question, though. I mean, if they don't change much, the meta won't change much, right? Am I still gonna be a Void Blader? Maybe instead of like conditionings, I would change all my... Okay, the main things that are gonna update the meta to me are maybe this gem, the turquoise, and the new perks actually do sound... So these guys, I think this might cause like a gear, you know, re-gearing slightly, but I don't think the actual weapon combinations will change. Thoughts on Desperate Empower? Nah, I don't. I think the worm chest is going to be very viable because they buffed keenly fortified by a lot. So if you want to run all 3 heavy worm pieces now, I don't know what armor weight is available after that. But yeah, SNS untouched. Voidblade Heavy was the only thing that got nerfed. Firestaff got a 3% nerf, which is fair. There could be hidden changes. Like, this thing sounds really good. This is gonna go in every chest piece, pretty sure. And like, incoming healing, is that life stealing? You know what I mean? Kind of a Voidblade buff. This could be a Voidblade buff. Because it's all base damage, and Voidblade does have like quite a lot of cooldown reduction where it's ability thingy. Also, doesn't sound bad for... Well, it just depends if Voidblade counts as melee though. Yeah. Less VG blades? Wait, Mushroom, did you see the patch notes though? Okay, if I can't have it on thingy. Yeah, there's like no nerfs. This sounds really good to me on Voidblade too. This sounds good to me on Voidblade, Hatchet, Spear maybe. SNS doesn't attack that fast, so maybe not SNS. But those 3, it sounds very good. And maybe like even Blunderbuss. Because Blunderbuss, you gotta remember, cannot benefit really from... it doesn't benefit from crit stuff like at all. And it also has bad weapon perks. So right now, Blunderbuss players usually play Enchanted for their last one. And this sounds way better than Enchanted. BBs did get nerfed though. This update is live tomorrow. Also, you have to remember a little bit. They don't tell you here, but what bucket they go into. So let's just say Potent Alacrity goes in Enchanted Ward bucket. And you gotta like, it's a way harder choice than if it's in, I don't know, the Vigor one or something. But these are kind of a lot. And I like it. I would have liked to have seen some more actual weapon changes too, though, personally. Personally, yes. Yeah, what bucket they go into is important. Yeah, the weapon buffs and nerfs were non-existent.